in association with Sping's Perfumed Deo for the active you.
Namaste and welcome, my dear viewers. You're watching your favorite show, The Evening Show at 6 in association with Sping's Deo, and like always, I have a guest with me today. And today my guest is very, very special because she has made me who I am, and I think the same goes to a lot of Miss Nepals who have trained under her. She's the official trainer and choreographer for Miss Nepal since 1994, the one and only Rachana Gurung Sharma. Welcome, Rachana ma'am, to the show.
Thank you, Sadichha, especially by saying special, and you are special too. So
thank you so much. I am excited and nervous to have you on my show, but I'm very, very glad that you accepted my invitation and we're here.
Thank you.
So I've seen you since 2010. So 8 years have
But I've seen you before that.
Really?
Uh-huh. Forgot?
Vow.
Vow.
Yes, yes. That was also in 2010. So.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I said, okay.
I participated in Vow like 2 months before I participated in Miss Nepal. And actually, when I participated in Vow as well, that's also when I thought she will be training me if I get to Miss Nepal. That is also one of the reasons I actually joined. So, you know, I have seen you since 2010, and for the past 8 years, you are still the same. You're still bold, fierce, and beautiful.
Thank you. I feel kind of, you know, with all this
light
and makeup, but it's like your setup.
Thank
nice.
you.
Very cozy.
I wanted to ask this question. First question I wanted to ask was, how did you get roped into Miss Nepal and being a choreographer for Miss Nepal? Because that is a story I don't know.
So you've not been reading well.
I have, okay. But I also want our viewers to know.
The thing is, in Hong Kong, hairdresser, hairstylist by profession. Then I used to choreograph part-time for dance sequences and blah, blah, blah. Then when I came here for a holiday, my annual leave, that was in 1994, in Nanglo, that's when I met Gopalji. And he said, okay, I think we got talking, and then he asked about me, what I did. And I said, choreographer. So he raised his eyebrows. He said, oh, choreographer. I'm with the female, especially choreographer the Nepal was haina. Would you be interested? So, come to my office. Come and meet me in my office. And I did go. And he said, would you care to do Miss Nepal 1994?
That was the first time it was taking place, right?
Yes.
So, were you excited?
I just said yes. I did not think of my job back in Hong Kong. I didn't think of my flat. I didn't think of my friends.
Really?
I didn't think of anything. I just said yes because I did grow up watching beauty pageants, being in the fashion shows and all that because of my sister. And that was one of my interests, and I'm here.
When Gopal sir asked you to choreograph Miss Nepal, did you ever want to participate as well?
No. I was more into sports. No, I'm not a model material.
Really?
At all. Yeah, but if you tell me to run, I'll
run, but not
do track and field, but not ramp.
Anita, by Hong Kong, you know, Hong Kong comparatively to Nepal must have been fashion forward during that time. So when you saw the first batch of Miss Nepal 1994, how was your reaction?
You know, I think I say this to all the badge every year. The best ones when the first badge.
Really? 1994?
1994 was the best badge. They were all, as far as I can remember, they were all above 5'6", 5'7". They were all very equal from their upbringing to their education.
So how was the first time the first day at the training in 1994? Because I must assume that, you know, age-wise also there was some similarity between the contestants and you as a choreographer. So
Sadichha, you're making me go back 20...
Yes. And I want you to remember.
Years back. Oh my goodness.
I want you to remember the first day.
That's
how was it like?
2 decades ago. I remember it was at the Nepal Academy hall, and the hall was huge. And we had about, I think, 19, 20 girls. I think, yeah, I just couldn't wait to start and do my job.
as a contestant, we are always super nervous the first day and during the finale. As a choreographer, as a trainer who've mentored us for, 5-6 weeks, do you get nervous?
No.
What kind of feelings do you get when you see us on stage?
Prepared.
And proud?
I do feel that that job satisfaction after the finale.
Okay. After the new
grand
Nepal is
finale,
crowned.
The job satisfaction is there. It is how I see the girls' reactions, how they are after the crowning. Either you win or you learn.
Right.
No one loses. I see their reactions, and I'm proud of everybody, not just the winners, but I'm proud of everyone. And yeah, but as the first day of the training, I'm not nervous, but I'm prepared. I think because I'm prepared that I'm not nervous.
Correct.
So.
In conversation with Ms. Rachana Gurung Sharma, the official trainer and choreographer for Miss Nepal since 1994. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back after the break.
In association with Sping's Perfumed Deo for the active you.
Welcome back after that lovely song, dear viewers. You're watching the evening show at 6 in association with Sping's Deo. I am Sadichha Shrestha and we are in talks with Rachana Gurung Sharma. Rachana ma'am, after, like you said, Tapaiko, Hong Kong ma, you were a hairdresser, you were a stylist, you were also choreographing there, and you came back on your annual leave, and then Miss Nepal happened. So after that, you decided to stay back. Looking back, do you think that was a good decision you made?
Looking now, yes. Now that I have my 3 angels.
Lovely daughters, yes.
No regrets at all.
And talking about your lovely daughters, I have also, I'm sure they have grown around all the Miss Nepals. They have been to the trainings, they've seen us the very first day, they've seen us during the finale, they've seen us after, all of that. Did they ever come and said to you, Mama, I also want to participate?
No.
Was there a restriction? Were they free?
No. It's. I think they're so used to seeing their mother at home. I know, I have my personal, of course, in our personal space. We were different in every social, professional, any personal, and they were like, well, the thing is, I think. All I know is they are very supportive, and they do help me. They do give me advices as well.
Yes, especially, I've seen that.
Especially from now, Mama, things are changing. Mama, this is changing, that is changing, and I'm like, okay, because I need to update myself as well. And they're very positive. They're supportive. But nothing about I want to join. And I don't think so. I've also asked them, are you interested?
Okay. And I remember Nikita coming to the show and, saying that in TGIF, when she met you, she asked, ma'am, should I join? And you said, I will not say that. I will not say, should you join or should you not join? It's up to you. It's your personal choice. But if you would join, you're welcome.
And then I'll be happy, I told her.
Yes. This was the exact thing, because so many times, even when I see a young, smart girl, I always, I don't know, it's become a habit for me to say, would you like to participate in Miss Nepal? I think you'd be a good candidate, but you've never said that to anybody.
I don't think so, I'll ever as well. But
you welcome them, whoever comes and participates.
Welcome, anyone.
Was it tough, ma'am, juggling between young daughters and hectic training schedules?
It was, but I think I made it look easy.
Of course you did. I mean, I still remember Anna was so small and she used to accompany you, you know, during our training sessions. She used to be such a good girl and just stay there and, you know, respect the fact that you were working while she was still with you. So,
I enjoy what I do always. I never say never, but I think I took it as it came. It was, I enjoyed every, I mean, they're only 3 years.
Yes.
A year apart.
Right.
I guess I made it look easy. And सबैले पनि भन्छ, my gosh, हामीलाई एउटाले नै यस्तो टाउको दुखाइसक्यो, तीन जना त्यही माथि एक वर्षमा कसरी. I said, listen, I said, mothers, हाम्रो instincts त्यतिकै आउँछ, you know, and plus, like you said, work, domestic,
right,
and professional life, everything we can balance, and women are so powerful.
Agreed.
That we can balance.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Right.
You know, but the only thing that I remember that is very important as a mother is that, you know, I used to be busy doing house chores, doing the laundry, doing the preparing dinner or lunch or getting work. अब हाम्रो पालोमा त अहिलेको जस्तो technology थिएन, and it was different the way we worked. Hey, telephone भयो, and I still remember I had everything that we got, but the minute my daughters would say Mamu, I would stop everything, and I would
listen to them,
and I would give my full attention to them.
Right.
You know, and I think that way also they became disciplined, and they respected what I did because I respected them as well.
Oh. And you have, that's why, like I said, you have 3 lovely daughters. You've brought them up really well.
Oh, thank you.
So even as a parent, you know, तपाईले अब आज हाम्रो show हेरिराख्नु भएको parents-हरु who are maybe in doubt, you know, should they send their daughters to Miss Nepal? So त्यो अभिभावकहरुलाई चाहिँ तपाई के भन्नुहुन्छ? Why should they send their daughter?
See, I don't think so. All mothers will say join Miss Nepal.
Right.
I think it all depends on their how they're growing up.
Right.
I know, their upbringing and plus their own interests. And if you're like, I would say that if your daughters are interested to join, please do send them and discourage nagardinu sola, because this is a once in a lifetime experience, and not only this is not only for Miss Nepal, but I think this would help like throughout their life. It'll the guide गर्छ त्यसमा चाहिँ.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. That is true, because there's a misconception that Miss Nepal is only for people who want to join the glamour, the modeling industry. I mean, glamour, I think, comes with Miss Nepal. That is inseparable. But there's also so much more to Miss Nepal. Now, I can explain this because as a contestant, I've achieved so much more than just learning how to walk on the ramp. I mean, you know how I walked the first day.
I remember holding a hand. Not the first day, but just before the grand rehearsal, I remember holding a hand and walking with you. And you won Miss Walk.
I know. And
I know.
Exactly. Like, there are changes that we experience as contestants of Miss Nepal. Forget about being the winner of Miss Nepal. But I think just as participants, when we enter the first day, and when we leave the last day, I think we as contestants are proud of ourselves and of who we've become in those weeks of training. So all kudos to you, ma'am. All thanks to you.
Thank you. And you know what? I do learn from you guys as well. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here as well.
All these years have passed by, Rachana ma'am, and during all these years, was there one particular incident that made you, that was a very rewarding moment for you and that made you feel like, this is it. This is the reason I am doing what I'm doing?
Yes, the very first year, 1994. Because Mr. Gopalji, I would, of course, you know, it's because of him I'm here. It's because of Gopalji. What happened was he did not know what to expect out of me.
Right.
And I did not know what to expect out of the whole show by staying back. I remember on the grand finale, 1994, when Ruby Rana at that time was crowned. On the grand rehearsal, our stage, you know, the Nepal Academy Hall, no, we had extended the ramp. And a girl actually
went inside,
but nothing happened to her. And the things just would not go right. All the grand rehearsal, and we had like cassettes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now it's just there, but there is like every round. I remember having cassettes. All right, and then the त्यो पनि त्यो टेप पनि त्यो अलिकति भिजाएर त्यो ठक्कै त्यो कालो हुन्छ नि मार्क मिलाएर, we had to, and everything did not go right. Nothing, from the music to the timing to the costumes to the MCs, nothing went right. And I was like, oops, that's it. And Gopalji was not happy with me after the grand rehearsal. He was not. He did not even look me in the eye. I was like, oops, that's it. And next day happened. And I prayed so hard. I said, listen, I stayed back, lost my job in Hong Kong. I said, please. I said, give me one thing that I need right now, which is strength to carry on. You know, and so the show started, everything happened, and I'm still, and once the show started, I could feel my heart till here. And I didn't want to see Gopalji. I was running away from him because I needed to prove myself.
Right.
I needed to prove it with the show, right? And so that was the first time I didn't realize that I was actually not shouting, but really directing my fire to everybody around there. Do this, do no, you know how I am.
Yes.
So it all started from
the first
finale. And no, you back would say, no, go on time, do this. So it actually pushed me.
Right. To push other people to do
other people to do
their best.
And so the show finished, and I didn't know what to do. I'm like, I don't know how it went. Everyone's like, congratulations. You know how it is, just for the sake of it. But I really want to know it, and that is only going to come from Gopalji. So I went backstage, and I didn't do anything. I just stood there, and I saw him walking towards me, and he gave me his hand like that, and he goes, congratulations, well done. Sadichha, you don't know how that felt. And I thought, yeah,
this is it.
This is it.
And we are glad that that happened, because we are so fortunate, you know, as contestants of Miss Nepal and as Miss Nepals, and as, you know, young girls to be, I think you are definitely a role model for, I would say, for me, for all the Miss Nepals definitely, and for all the contestants as well, because we grow up and we are under your guidance for, you know, 6-8 weeks, and then we see this woman who is so fierce, who is so bold, who will not take a no from anybody, and like you said, will push people to do what they do best. And I think that is why we have an amazing show each year. That is why we have an amazing batch of girls every year. And
it took a lot for us to get here, Sadichha, you know, the Hidden Treasure especially, because, you know, I'm sorry I'm cutting you, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for appreciating and acknowledging. But we, you know, the Hidden Treasure, you know, hear people say, oh, they've got like directors who's like getting old, or who's really old, or, you know, they've come a long way. And yes, we have come a long way. Next year is going to be 25 years.
Exactly.
You know, and yes, we have come a long way. But, and we did not have, you know, youths like this in our time. Talented, exposed, experienced, I know, well diverse, like from in every field. Like अहिले youngstersहरु यस्तो grow भइराछ, आइराछ, expand भइराछ, experienceले यस्तो professionalism देखिराछ उनीहरुको, हैन, त्यो हाम्रो बेलामा थिएन, हैन. And now that we also have gone through a lot,
right,
you know, like I know there are times where we weren't there for Miss Nepal's after the crowning, and I know from the time that I know, and I know what public, and I know how people talk as well,
right,
you know, but हाम्रो पनि त्यतिखेर हिडन ट्रेजरको पनि हाम्रो पनि त्यतिखेर सिचुएसन हैन, सर्कमस्टान्सेसले गरेर हाम्रो पनि थियो के, but we tried our best. We tried our best, and we have been through very rough waves. I know we have been very tough tides, Bono, and from hurricane to typhoon to name it. And अहिले चाहिँ के भएको छ भने, what I feel, I just want to share this with you, Sadichha, is that the chairman of the Hidden Treasure and the directors, the board of directors, you know, they are well, established,
right,
business and experienced.
Definitely.
सहजहरू हुनुहुन्छ हैन अनि मिस नेपाल अहिलेसम्म लिएको पनि उहाँहरूले नै हो
Of course.
And of course, you know, hand in hand. अहिलेको what I see is things changed during our time. It's been 2 decades. It's changing faster now. It's changing
year.
faster, right? And this is what we're doing. We are keeping up.
Definitely.
We are keeping up. And sometimes I do get sick and tired when I hear people say, उहाँहरु त कस्तो बुढो हुनुहुन्छ उहाँहरुको त पहिलेकै stagnant. No, everything changes.
True.
Times changed, so do people. And they are. उनीहरुको उहाँहरु आफ्नो ठाउँमा हुनुहुन्छ हैन म पनि they ask me, the one question that they ask me always is, who's going to be in your shoes next? Who's going to be in your position? And I'm like, my position? No one gave me my position. I earned my position.
You created it for yourself.
I created it myself. No one gave it to me. You know, and of course we want to like, के भन्छ यो हाम्रो young, यो talented हरूलाई, we want to bring them on board.
Right.
है तर किन कतिको म पनि भन्छु यो के भन्यो भने कतिहरुको अब नेगेटिभ पोजिटिभ हुन्छ जेमा पनि हैन गुड एन्ड ब्याड हुन्छ तर म पोजिटिभलाई धेरै म
highlight.
Of course, highlight गर्छु अनि attitude भन्ने पनि, you know, no matter what field you're in, at the end of the day, it's attitude that matters.
Definitely.
And especially हाम्रो showbizma, you know, you really got to know how you make people feel.
Right.
It's not what you say, what you do. It really depends on how you make people, how you make them feel. And yeah, तर म I'm not born to judge, Sadichha. तर मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्छ भने यहाँ youngहरूले यसरी हामीलाई छिटो
अलिकति
judgmental भएर always trying to find faults, always you know, criticize छिटो गर्दिने त्यो नगर्नु होला किनभने हामी पनि त्यतिखेर 1994 देखि हामीले पनि सिक्दै आएको हो यो सबै सिक्दै आएको हैन 2.5 decades भइसक्यो है and we're getting stronger and we're getting better.
Definitely.
We are हैन and thank you. I mean, and I would like to thank everybody for supporting, all our well wishers for Miss Nepal. Only we know what we've been through, and yeah, and you know, like sometimes I feel like saying, "My goodness, give us a break." And sometimes I feel like saying, "Well, you know what? Since you're asking me all the time, who's going to be in my shoes next? Well, let me tell you." I'm only begun. I'm only beginning.
Yes. In conversation with the lovely Rachana Gurung Sharma. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after the break.
In association with Sping's Perfumed Deo for the active you.
Welcome back after the break, everybody. You're watching the evening show at 6 in association with Sping's Deo. I am Sadichha Shrestha and I'm here with my lovely guru, Rachana Gurung Sharma. So, Rachana ma'am, I have this small segment that I've created called Fast 5. So, I'll ask a question and then you answer.
Yes.
It's as simple as that.
Shoot.
One thing you love about being associated with Miss Nepal?
The participants.
The girls, yes. One thing you do not like about being associated with Miss Nepal?
Like I said earlier, people are so ready to criticize and to find faults.
Right.
We all try to do our best, and that's one thing that.
So the judgment that comes so fast, yeah. If you had to choose the first day of training or the last day of training?
First.
A quality that all Miss Nepal participants should have?
Quality. You know, what I feel is that I feel they all have personalities. They're all confident. It's the enthusiasm
that they need to have.
They need to have that enthusiasm.
And the last question?
Yes.
One quality that all Miss Nepals should have, the crowned winners.
Be yourself. I wouldn't say should. I think they all have.
All the qualities.
Well,
that is why they are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
I
wouldn't say should.
And So continue our conversation, Rachana ma'am. Like you said, it's so easy for people to find faults in something that someone else is doing. You know, it's so easy to complain saying the stage was too small, there were no seats for people to sit down, the stage was too dark, the dresses were, you know, lousy. Why is it that people, you think, cannot appreciate the hard work that someone has been doing for so long?
I think first of all, the very high expectations.
Right.
Number two, someone wants to get back at you, or jealousy. And since we're the Hidden Treasures, the only organizers who holds Miss Nepal, that's one event that I think people do mark in the calendar.
Definitely.
And यहाँ चाहिँ जे राम्रो भए पनि अलिकति
मैले पाए हुने जस्तो लाग्ने भएर पनि होला
जस्तो लाग्छ, but they're not, you know, very appreciative. Like, well done, you tried.
Right.
अब next year अब यस्तो गरौँ, यस्तो गरेर गरौँ. यो पालि अलिकति यस्तो false भन्ने सबैकोमा हुन्छ. And one thing, we're not perfect.
Right.
And we don't even try to be, Sadichha, because we know we cannot be.
Right.
And I wouldn't say we, I would say that to everybody. So yeah, it's sad when you know that people do look at or find only faults in you. The 3 A's: accept, approve, and appreciate.
And people usually don't appreciate.
No.
Yeah. In conversation with Rachana Gurung Sharma, don't go anywhere. This is our last break, so be back after the break.
In association with Sping's Perfumed Deo for the active you.
Welcome back after the break, my dear viewers. I am Sadichha and you are watching the evening show at 6 in association with Sping's Deo. And today my guest is the fairy godmother of all Miss Nepals, Rachana Gurung Sharma. So,
Hi.
Rachana ma'am, from Asia Pacific to Miss Universe, now that Hidden Treasure is doing all these wonderful pageants, giving this platform to young girls who can, you know, for them the sky is the limit. To all our young girls who are watching the show today, what would you like to tell them?
Be 5'4" above.
And you complete your +2.
Complete your +2. You have to be at the age of 19 to 25. You have the go-getter attitude, and you want to be a part of Miss Nepal. Please do join in. I think the application is open.
Yes.
The last day is February 15th.
15th, right.
Yeah, and come on, join.
Come join.
Come join. But
Yes.
but make sure these 4 things are there, Fedi.
Right.
Height, number 1.
True. So, from Ruby Bhuju to Nikita, all these Miss Nepals, all these Miss Nepal contestants, does it feel the same every year?
Of course not. Oh, no way. No.
Does it get better? Or are you, because you already said that you love what you do, so I don't dare ask if you ever get bored, because God knows what will happen if you ever get bored and say no to choreographing the next batch of Mr. Pals. But you know, all these girls that you've trained, for you, how has the experience been so far? And like you said, you've learned, and you learn something from us as well. You know, so.
And I learn every year. I learn every year. I'm learning now as well. And it's just that I know I have to be better every time. I know I have to, you know, get myself updated.
Right.
That's why I go out I'm now doing a post pageantry training.
Right.
And yeah, so that's that.
So thank you so much, Rachana ma'am, for, you know, coming to my show, being a part of this, and I'm sure inspiring so many young girls who are watching us today. And since you are actually, and you have been the highlight for so many of our lives, I have a small gift here. This is actually a highlighter.
Okay.
So in literal sense, just to keep you glowing.
Thank you so much. Is this okay?
Yes, that's perfectly fine. She looks lovely.
Thank you, dear.
You look the same, like I said in the very beginning. So thank you so much. And so once again, to all the girls who are watching, like Rachana ma'am said, if you are 19 plus, if you've completed your 10 plus 2, and if you're 5'4", make sure that you download the forms, you fill them up, and then you send it over. You can email them or you can leave it at our various outlets. We're also having auditions all over Nepal. So, you know, if you want to join in any of the auditions, make sure that you check out our page, go to the Hidden Treasures website and get all the details. We're really, really looking forward to welcoming a fresh new batch of Miss Nepals. So,
definitely.
With this, maybe we wave bye-bye.
Bye.